all these grunts that we've turned into words, I'm always fascinated to figure out what does that mean, grief. And so it kind of led me down this path of wounding. The gift, somebody brought the gift of wounding. And what do you do with wounds? And we had a conversation about it, but it was kind of cursory and, nice. But I thought, well, what is wounding and what are wounds? And I started to go deeper into it. And I, just on the technical level, I looked it up and it started to become explanations of there's injury and there's wound in the medical sense. And the injury occurs all the time. You stub your toe, you kick your shin, you hurt yourself, you injure yourself. A wound punctures the skin, tears open the body. So there's the medical term, and I thought, wow, so you're penetrating into the system. So what do you do with that in terms of healing? So then I took it to the emotional, psychological, energetic level, and I thought, wounding. Well, so what do you do when the wound is there and you hold on to that wound? And how do you heal that wound and the therapy and the things? And I my mind just started wandering with the thought. What did I think? I was like, I started coloring outside the lines because that's the way I operate. And I was like, add wound to injury. And then I started researching and it was like, no, add insult to injury. And then this wild thing happened with insult. How did it go? It was to insult is like electricity insults a burn on the skin. I never realized that word, I can insult you, which can injure you, or vice versa. And so that injury and that wounding from the insult on top of the injury is like that whole thing. We're adding insult to injury on top of one another. And that to me started to talk about like this layering, this archaeological dig that we just went through today of like, what is grief to me? It's calling to dig deep because I'm carrying around the insult to my injury, to the wound that is carrying the gift. Read your fairy tales. Every gift is in the wound. Every curse is in the prick of the flower, the whatever, the elixir. Need I go on? So what is grief to me is a gift. That's kind of this weekend I realized. I think I said it earlier that it's terrifying, this work. On this side of the work, it's more terrifying. And I'm talking for me, this is just for me, but it's more terrifying on this side of the work than to get into the work. And so having worked all weekend, I actually feel, and I was talking to Susan, she was like, you're like 10 years younger. And I was like, great, bring it. I'll take it. So grief is a gift. If I'm courageous enough to unpack it.